Sitting here on a Tuesday, sipping whiskey, and I'm thinking about leaving, but I'm taking you with me. Gonna leave all these small town problems behind, 'cause I know they're not your fault, and you know they're not mine. Gonna pack up the Chevy and leave it all behind. Take off to the mountains or Caribbean Sea. The only thing that matters is you're there with me. And we've been singing Runaway for days and days. Let's make it happen, baby. It's time for a change, yeah. All right,
Hey,
hey everybody.
everybody.
Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, we are feeling inspired. What do you think?
Yeah, we watched the new documentary Dave Grohl put out. It's called What Drives Us. It's on Amazon Prime, and highly recommend if you're a music lover or anyone that's been in a band, anyone that's had a van. It's all about van culture with bands, and it's inspired us to shoot a van video for you guys today and talk about some of our van life experiences.
Yeah, we have, it's countless, and it was amazing to see. Like, I never really thought about it like from that angle before, that every band that from the Beatles down to us is has the van story, where you just kind of throw everything to the side and you
Jump in a van.
you jump in a van and take off to play the music that you love to play. And it's for the adventure and for the love of the craft. And yeah, so it gave us some validation, I guess, in the crazy decisions that we've made in the last year and a half.
Yeah. I mean, we love our van so much. It was one of those decisions that seemed like a no-brainer for us, because as soon as we realized that, like, we love touring and we wanted to do that, we had a really nice truck at the time, and we just realized that no, that's not for us. So we got the van.
I wasn't feeling it. It wasn't me. It was too nice.
Yeah, we shared the van. It's both of our vehicles. We don't have our own separate vehicles. This is our daily driver. This is our grocery getter, and we love it so much. Really easy to drive, actually. It feels like a big boat.
Yeah, we did a couple of upgrades for this summer. Stuff that we realized last year that we needed. We put in a Max Air ceiling vent that's got a powered fan in it, and it just sucks all the hot air out. And we can't be happier with it. It's wired into our secondary 12-volt battery system that we have in the van also.
Yeah, it was one of those things that when we first got the van, we knew everyone said, like, you got to put the fan in, you got to put the vent in. And we're like, oh, you got to cut a hole into the van.
You got to cut a hole into your
so
vehicle.
So we were a little bit weary of it at first, but we eventually were like, yeah, you do. Because it helps with ventilation so much.
Yeah, I think if you do a deep dive on our Instagram, you'll find, like, the process. But what else did we do?
Yeah, and then we updated the floors. We had shag carpet in there for a while, and it was a bad idea.
It was the worst idea
Van
ever.
life tip number 925.
Yeah, don't have shag carpet because it collects every bit of dirt.
Yeah, as cool as it sounds and, like, as warm as it is in, like, the cooler months in the winter, it feels nice on the feet for, like, that one time, and then it's
until it's
sand,
like sticky.
Especially when you have a dog. It's gross.
Don't do it. So we put in like it's like a peel and stick fake hardwood flooring. But it was super cheap. It cost us like $39 to do the whole floor of the van.
And now you can, sweep it clean, and it's much easier more practical for when you're on the road.
Yeah, and we got rid of the hanging baskets, and we made a fixed shelf for over top of the kitchen area, which is it just allows for so much more storage, and it's secure.
And the biggest thing in the van is just storage, right?
Space.
Finding places to put your snacks.
Yeah, put snacks. You need snacks.
But yeah, so also, it got us thinking about some stories of ours from the road, and we thought we'd share a couple with you, some highlight reels.
Yeah, or low light reels, depending on you how you look at it. I'm gonna go first with my favorite touring story. We were heading. This was 2 years ago, and we had to make a serious jaunt. We had to make it from Orillia, Ontario, to Fort McMurray, Alberta, and we had to do it in 3 days. And it's like a 40-hour drive, give or take. So
And we went the Canadian way.
yeah, we went the Canadian way because crossing the border with legal cannabis is not always a good idea.
And a van full of,
Music gear,
and a dog.
But anyway, so like it was like the second leg of the trip, and we were in Northern Ontario in Thunder Bay. And it was late night. We didn't really research where we were going to stay. We just planned. We're just staying in a Walmart parking lot because nobody, especially in a van that's kind of stealth, it's fine, right? But anyway, so we had to go in and use the restroom, and also we got a little bit of food. But I used the washroom, and Katie was sitting out in the hallway waiting for me, and she saw this very sketchy looking man walk into the bathroom. So then she started texting me, and at this point I was on the toilet, and so I text her back, and she's just like, keep your head up, there's a sketchy looking dude that just walked into the bathroom. And I was like, okay, yeah. And then I heard him like jingle up to the urinal next to the bathroom. And then I was just like, oh, this is a dude. He had like weird stuff hanging off of his, like he had like mittens, and it was summertime. It was too much.
Multiple bags.
But like the worst part was I was just sitting there and I'm trying to be quiet and mind my business. And when this man began to urinate, he let out a scream as though he was being stabbed with 1,000 daggers. And I just was like, I thank God for penicillin, I guess.
He's harmless. He just has an STD.
He's got some sort of STD. But anyway, so like I was horrified because the guy was just screaming bloody murder until his pee was done. And then he just walked out of the Walmart and left. And
that was Thunder Bay.
yeah, that was Thunder Bay because we didn't even play there. We just passed through.
Oh my God.
Anyways, what's your story?
I thought you were going to tell the one that, well, on our way to Fort McMurray and the short drive, or the short amount of time to drive that far.
Yeah.
We were really, really close to Fort McMurray, but we were still in, what would it be, Manitoba, like northern Manitoba somewhere?
Yeah, Saskatchewan, I think.
Right before we,
northern
Saskatchewan, right before
Saskatchewan.
we got to the Alberta border. And there was a big black bear that was running alongside of the van on this field side where there was like a fence row kind of thing in the road, and we were like kind of like on this path together with this black bear. It was running alongside the van.
Yeah, it was hauling ass too.
And we were like, wow, it was really, really cool. I had never seen a bear before, and so that was a neat experience. But maybe a few minutes later, we passed the bear, and we realized, we should probably pull over so that we can switch, because we had been driving, or Josh had been driving for a while. And we switched and pulled over. Josh took a pee. We kind of meandered around a little bit, and then we realized this bear is like
barreling towards us.
We passed it, and now what? Let's go! So yeah, that was kind of funny.
The dog had to go to the bathroom, so then we're like walking around, and we spent longer than we should have.
Yeah.
And there was a bear running at like 40 kilometers an hour.
We were like
just,
gonna
barreling
stop
down
and
us.
have a picnic next to this bear path. But yeah, we ended up making our sandwiches in the van on the way.
Yeah.
we peeled out of there, and I slapped together some tomato and.
I think it was suggested after that we do all the driving changes on the fly too.
Yeah.
And that wasn't me, that was her. I'm like, we're not doing that. Like, what, I hit the cruise control and then just like let you, I don't think we could do that.
We had a time
safely.
limit.
We did have a time limit. But anyways, we got there and we made it on time. We got to our gig. That was the next day, but we didn't want to be all burnt from a drive. And that's just like one leg of one tour, and this video can only be so long.
Yeah.
So again, just watch that documentary. What is it called again?
What drives us?
What Drives Us, if you get a chance. And
There's a reason why we do this van life thing. It's not just for camping. It's for touring, and as musicians, it's what we need to be doing. And with COVID, we can't tour, and it just sucks so bad.
Yeah. So
We really miss it, and we want to get back on the road, and we will.
We will.
We will.
Things are look like they're turning around. There's a bunch of shows happening in the States already, and yeah, so hopefully we board Snowflake soon.
Yeah.
And we head out, and we'll come see all of you anywhere that you
She's
are.
ready. She's ready. She's all freshened up in there and ready to go.
As you saw on the intro, she's clean. So, but anyways, thanks for hanging out with us today. We figured we'd share some van stories and some insight into what makes us tick. And after watching that documentary, we don't feel like we're so crazy anymore, because it makes sense that every musician that was ever began, you started in a van.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways, thanks for listening to the stories. I hope you guys were entertained for a little bit. And cheers.
Be well. Peace.
Take off to